All right, that's your square garden at 55.
It looks good. It does look squared.
Yeah, run your edge all the way around. You want help? We're going to run that way, and she's going to tell me where she wants this corner. Now, how far you want this corner to come over?
Okay.
We got 50 foot. We're 21 feet off.
21 feet.
Yeah. So either come back in and square it up, or we can lay it out like you want to, like here, and you can make some short rows or.
Okay.
Rows.
So what I think what I would like is like still to come out up here. If that have to be shorter rows, that'd be fine.
Okay. So if I come out to. All right, that's 55 feet.
Do you think?
Well, I'm thinking we can run from that corner right about here and just kind of bring this into the garden here, kind of squaring the garden up a little bit.
All right, that sounds good.
Yes, ma'am?
She dropped something other.
She dropped something.
Yeah.
We'll get to it in a minute, though.
We'll get to it, babe.
All right, see what we got. 70 feet here, and there's 53 feet down there. It's kind of hard to, unless we bring it back in here.
So the aim is to try to get those amount of rows pretty equal, even though it'd be short on that end down there. So
Let's go ahead and do some tilling here. So we're going to kind of level this up here and then we'll work it that way.
okay. Hey guys, we're fixing to get this soil prepared. One of the key elements of helping plants to grow is preparation. Preparation is key. These guys are going to help me get the soil prepared. So some questions I want to ask them in their opinion and to help you out into your garden is this. What knowledge do you need to do gardening? What knowledge? If you would say to somebody, you know,
you hurt me.
What knowledge do you need to do gardening? You know, what if you was to tell somebody, you know, you need to get a garden going, what knowledge would you think they would need?
Well, you got to have knowledge, you know, to get the soil ready. You got to know when to get it ready.
That's
There's
good.
times in all this.
That's good.
And you got to know the right kind of seeds to get.
That's good.
Fertilizer to come with it, places to get this kind of stuff. And there's
Absolutely.
all kind of things online that you can get information on, that you can research. But if you just go to your local hardware stores or you know, the feed stores and stuff like this and talk to people, the people are great and they're willing to help you. If you've never done this, we grew up in this. My father was a farmer. I grew up around that environment. We've gardened all my life. I can't remember of not gardening.
Sorry.
And I've raised him in the same way. And I've passed on what my father taught me
Right.
to him. It's really a pass-on knowledge from my grandfather. He was
Right.
a farmer.
Right.
You know, so that's where we're at. We get our knowledge mainly through that.
Yeah.
The
Hands-on
pass-on.
experience.
Hands-on.
Yeah, generations.
We're not experts at this by no means, but we don't go hungry during the wintertime. We've always been able to get foods that we need from the ground.
Right.
The Lord's always blessed us, and we're going to keep honoring Him.
Mama, take it down.
Yeah, that's good because that's how I was raised, was having gardening, and a lot of it is just hand-on experience. And sometimes you have to do your research, but reaching out to people that have more experience helps people out. So, in your opinion, what is gardening so important in these times that we're living in?
Save money.
Yeah.
You know where your food's coming from. You know what sacred.
That's good. That's good. So, what 4 things do all plants need? You know, if you was got your garden, sometimes people say, you know, I can't even grow a house plant. So if we was to look on the avenues of that, you're going to have to wait. We're not going to the part right this second. You're going to have to wait. So 4 things. Okay, so what 4 things do all plants need? You know, when you tell somebody, you know, there's 4 things, or 5 or 6, but just basically narrow it down to 4 that you would tell somebody from your experience what plants need.
Good soil,
Yeah,
good sunlight,
yeah.
water.
Mm-hmm.
You have a good quality seed. You got to have that.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And a lot of prayer.
And a lot of prayer. And sometimes you can buy seeds and it's not even you, it's just that there's something wrong with the seeds. Maybe they're old seeds, and you can take old seeds and still plant them, and you can have seeds that's old for years. But if they're just not good quality seeds, then you can run into a problem with your plants. So some of the things I wrote down was light, because sometimes people try to grow plants on the inside or inside the greenhouse, and they don't have proper lighting. Another thing I wrote down is air. Into the garden, you need to make sure you got a good air circulation. If you got too many plants in there, say you got running beans, and then you got something over here, maybe 2 sections of running beans, and maybe something planted into the middle, it might not get a good quality of air. And the next thing I wrote down is water, a source of nutrition, a space to live and grow, which is what I was saying, and optimal temperature. Some seeds do not grow until the ground level or the ground temperature gets to a certain temperature, and then they'll take off. So if you plant certain seeds too soon, like okra, it's just not going to take off until that soil, till the air temperature gets to a certain temperature, and then they'll take off. Last question is, in your opinion, what makes plants grow fast?
Well, there's a misunderstanding about all that. Some people want to rush their plants.
Yeah,
And God has designed these plants to grow in a certain amount of time.
absolutely.
So we got to know when to plant. Got to know the season. And as he said, all the proper elements there to get it going. And just be patient. Let the Lord take it.
Yeah.
You plant it, He grows it.
That's right. That's so good. That is so rich right there. Okay, guys, now they're going to get started, and we're going to show you how we're going to prepare this garden.
What he's trying to do here is just the area you've got a little bit off. We're going to kind of smooth that out where that grass will grow back in there and be part of the yard again.
Okay.
Unless you want it to come wider.
No, I think I like it. It looks really functional.
Well, you got the garden way over there, and
Get behind the sun.
where you stay?
And Willard.
In Willard. You got a garden over there and a garden here. You don't want to shut it up. This is a good sized garden.
Right.
For
Right.
family.
Absolutely.
You can grow a lot of vegetables here.
Right.
And you can rotate your lines, what you grow on this side. If you do beans, what time you want to do beans on the other side.
Right. Rotate them.
Corn,
Insects.
so-
Yeah. Yeah. This is the other homestead eventually will not be. This will be the primary homestead.
Yeah.
So, but since the season, it's already started as far as planting, looks like I'm going to be there. This gives me definitely the opportunity to see what's going on. The soil looks good. I think it's going to do excellent. I do like the functionality that where it's squared. Now I can make my rows and it be even. you know.
And if there's some roots and stuff out there, that'll eventually rot out.
Right.
You know, so, I mean, we could still plant and deal with that.
Yeah.
It's not going to be a hindrance to the scenery and stuff. And you can pick it up as
you're going. That's usually what I do when I'm working the row. Say if I see a stick, then I'll just take that stick and pick it up and toss it out, and eventually you get all the sticks out.
Yeah.
And even the grass. Sometimes you see clumps of grass. Pick it up, toss it out. And my garden now, I have. Last year it's just no grass. You know, the soil is healthy. Very minimum. I hadn't hardly any grass. You know, which was just dynamite.
Oh, yeah.
But it is, as I always say, the time that you put into it is what you're going to get out of it. If you don't put any time in it, if you're not going to stay on top of it, then there's a possibility you're not going to be happy.
That's right. You know, I'm also noticing the seasons change.
Absolutely.
Used to the old farmers, and the way I was raised, planting the garden was around Easter.
Right.
Just figure Easter. But now I'm finding if I plant like the latter part of March,
Right.
I actually won't have the bug infestation
Right.
and the grass problem.
Right. Right.
Plant later in the season.
Right. I agree.
I think it's you know, we need to start looking at that.
Yeah, the season's a definite change. I believe the possibility here in the East Coast that we're going to run into hot weather.
Right.
You know, and we need to go ahead and get the planning and get things going. Especially with we haven't had much cold. Right. And not having much cold, it means more insects.
That's right.
So something to consider.
And the later you plant in the hot seasons, the more irrigation you're going to have to put to
Exactly.
as well.
Exactly. I agree.
Okay, we're going to get ready now and make you some rows up. Now, I do it the old-fashioned way. I don't have an attachment for my tractor. I do it with a row buster. We call it the mule. And you operate it just the same way you would plowing with a mule. You have to lean it to turn it and guide it and everything. But they're fun to play with, but it does take a little bit of experience to get the hang of it to try to get a good row.
All right, sounds good.
I'll try to see if we can kind of straighten it up a little bit.
Okay.
Start with
I'm done recording.
that right now.
All right.
Help. Help. You want help?
Do I want to help?
I'm going to follow him.
No, stay out of the garden. They're working right this second. Hey guys, they have finished the garden and it looks great. They have fertilized it. It looks absolutely awesome. I want to thank y'all guys. I really mean that from the bottom of my heart because I've really got a square garden. It looks like a garden and I'm really excited about this because this is new ground and it really needed to be broken up real good. So guys, down into the description, you'll see their telephone number. Give them a shout out and get your garden planted. See you on to the next video. Bye guys. You say bye? Bye.
Bye.